Cleft lips and cleft palates are the fourth most common birth defects in the world and are typically corrected shortly after a baby's birth. Well, that's in areas with sufficient access to healthcare. However, for many children in rural areas around the world, medical treatment is not available. And to highlight this and raise funds, Ntokozo Langa, the project manager for Operation Smile, has come up with an art auction to give back to the organization. The event takes place today, and he joins me now to share more on the Operation Smile art auction. A very good morning to you, Ntokozo, and welcome.
Morning, and thank you for having me.
Take us through what Operation Smile is all about and why you're so passionate about it.
Well, Operation Smile is an organization that is designated at helping kids with clefts and cleft palates. So what they really rely on is to have fundraisers for people to give them money and actually be able to actually perform the surgeries. Now, what I'm actually passionate about as a person is actually the joy and the smiles of children. So partnering with Operation Smile only made sense because that meant that I could actually help put literal physical smiles on the children's faces.
So why have you decided to go through the route of art auction as a fundraising drive?
Look, South African art scene is really rising, visual arts that is, and we have one of the best, some of the best international artists. And actually, most of the artists that I've met are actually kind. They give their work fully for the purpose. And look, it also helps those that will be at the auction because it's not asking for donations. They will actually be buying something that they too would love. So technically they'd buy this even outside of such an organization.
So which artists do we know, or that we don't know perhaps, that will be included in this auction?
It'll be Banan Lutaya, Azael Langa, Greyjoy Undlovu, and Temba Kumalo. These are some of the artists that will be there, and some of them have international residencies as well, and they've given their work even from abroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much are we looking at?
Well, the mark is $1 million. Because really, to perform one surgery, it costs 5,000 rands with volunteers, the doctors, the hospitals, and all other students. So if you break it down, actually, you end up having or needing 5,000 rands to actually just perform one op. And if you look in the art world, 5,000 actually isn't that much in the art world because you find pieces for 100,000 going up. So it becomes a bit easier to fund surgeries that way.
Okay, so how prevalent is the cleft lip and cleft palate in South Africa?
Look, it's 1 in 10 kids who are born with a cleft lip. South Africa is fortunate as opposed to other African countries because the public health system really does try to help these kids because you can only perform the surgery when the child is now 6 months. So the parents are really informed that they can come in and bring their kids back. But in countries like Swaziland, Mozambique, and Madagascar, they don't have such privileges. And that is why one of the projects that we'll be doing in July will be in Mozambique to actually try help the kids there through the funds that we'll be raising.
And what's your target? How much are you hoping to raise?
Look, I'm looking to raise anything in excess of $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. For those wanting to participate or help out in any way or form, what's the available means of doing that?
Look, you can go online and on Facebook and check Art House. All of the information is laid out. Or even go to the Operation Smile website, which is southafrica.operationsmile. .org, sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
So is this going to be an annual event or is it just a once-off?
Look, I'm definitely looking into having it as an annual event, as all other charity programs that I do, because I think consistency is very important for awareness. So you cannot really just do a project once. It's not only about the operations and helping the children, but furthermore, it's also about the awareness for parents who have such children to actually understand that this is a condition that can be fixed and actually to help people get away from the stigma around it as well.
Okay, so is it only confined to Operation Smile or other organizations with similar interests may benefit?
So far, it's Operation Smile that we're working with, but should there be children who have any other deformity, because Operation Smile doesn't really focus on clefts, it also helps children with other conditions as well, but their main focus is clefts and cleft palates.
Okay, so if not enough money is being raised, what other options do you have?
Well, we have donors who have pledged to give money to the actual operation, the event. So should we not make enough money, we actually have private donors who've pledged an amount to say we will foot the bill.
Okay. Yeah. Remind us again where the auction will be taking place.
It will be at Art House, which is in Craighall, so that it's First Hillcrest Avenue in Craighall.
At what time?
Art House at 4 to 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ntokozo, thank you so much for joining us, man.
You're welcome.
I hope it goes well, eh?
Thank you very much.
All right. That was Ntokozo Langa, who is organizing an art auction for Operation Smile for children with cleft lips and cleft palates. Now, this will be taking place this afternoon at the Art House in Craig Hall in Johannesburg.